Hi.
What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole. This is Dude That's Fucked Up.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Welcome.
What's up, dudes?
Real quick correction corner from last week.
Yep.
Okay. We said...
2 weeks ago?
Oh, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Someone just found our episode on YouTube, I think, that we did when we were live in Las Vegas. And we had said that hygge was Swedish, which maybe they've adopted it now, but the origin of hygge is Danish, and it's also maybe Norwegian. So just want to clear that up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all Scandinavian, but, you know, let the Danish have it.
Yeah. Sure. I'm not,
No.
We shouldn't, we will correct whatever. We have probably so much shit that is extremely wrong because, once again, we are not professionals in any way, shape, or form. Just put in this PSA out there if you're new here.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know,
this is a comedy podcast.
This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
This is not meant to be a citation on your white paper for your college class. This is not meant to be no, we're not educating here. We are merely regurgitating facts.
Yeah. We're regurgitating information we find on the internet that we loosely research. It's really just an impetus to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And make jokes about dicks and buttholes, and
because we're best friends, and that's what we want to do with each other.
That's how we're spending our time.
Yeah.
I know. This is all loosely related to the sudden fame I found on TikTok. It's so wild. I somehow overnight got like 60,000 followers, which is as anxiety inducing as you could imagine. And I know I've really become popular when I am being harassed by honestly like 20-year-old PhD students or something. I don't really know what's going on. And they're upset that I talked about something I'm not
an
quote
expert
unquote
about.
Qualified to talk about.
AKA these people are fully gatekeeping because that's their entire personality, and that's okay.
It's fine. Well, and it was like, at first it was really upsetting because it was like very, it just felt very personal. And then I was like, it's not personal to me, truly. Like, I don't care. And they're still baiting me a little bit. They're still trying to get me to respond. They're making videos about me, like whole ass videos.
People are taking whole fucking, I'm assuming, hours out of their day to create TikToks to respond to you.
Yeah. Some of them tagged me. One woman tagged me in 2 of her videos, and then a bunch of her friends made videos and didn't tag me. And they just keep coming to my comments and being like really, like, they're harassing me. They're like bullying me. And they're trying to get me to be like, you're wrong, you're lying. They're like calling me a liar. They're like responding to other people's comments and being like, she's lying. And it's like, how am I lying? Like, talking about
she's a liar.
She's a liar, and you know that from Long Island.
No, it's like the righteous indignation is like very intense, and that's on them.
It's giving no life experience. It's giving takes myself too important. Like, too seriously. It's giving, I don't have a life, so this is like how I choose to spend my time. And it's just like, give it another 10 years and then like
you'll be as tired as we are.
Yeah, you'll be as tired as we are, and you'll know how not important this is. Because
God.
Saying I just can't even. It's so infuriating, and they're picking and choosing, and it's just
yes, and the argument's not even
not even
solid.
Good argument. Yeah,
it's like okay, how mad do you get then at like every movie and every like other piece of like related content
entertainment
to any type of history there is.
Oh,
like
and they make videos about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think. Yeah, it's like,
please just enjoy life. Like, just get out there.
Yeah.
You know, and just
also TikTok's not the place, okay? This
also,
is
if you are
fucking app for people and their titties, okay?
And for China to spy on U.S. citizens, okay?
This is an app for me to follow, and this is an app for me to follow my favorite drag queens, people I like that cook what appears to be delicious food, and Drew Offwallow, who owns Awful Men, and that's it. That's all I want. It like really upset me on Saturday, and I like felt pretty bad because
it upset me too. I know. I was
Aaron
like, I will not let this stand.
Oh my god! Before I could say I'm not going to take the bait, Erin had already commented, and as I typed, I'm not going to take the bait, and then she just goes, "Oh, I did." And I cackled so
bitch,
hard.
I can't let these children on Blue Ivy's internet like treat you like shit. Like I can't let that. You're my best friend, and I will not stand for that. Okay.
I know. I love it. Such a ride or die.
I'm a fucking.
Get you an Erin, okay? Because you need a best friend that's willing to go to a 20-year-old's TikTok and cause a fucking riot. It's so great. It was funny.
I was like, I didn't even say anything that like crazy. I was just like she's a comedian.
I know.
Like,
no, you
calm
did.
down.
Yeah. You're just like, it's a comedy account. And they're like, whoa.
She's spreading misinformation. It's like, okay.
I know. I'm talking about some bill that's being passed in current days. The other thing. Okay. I just have to say this.
I'm sorry. It's like, are you really out here like shouting with your whole entire outside voice about defending people from literally 1,000 years ago? Like,
I know.
It's so bizarre. It's truly insane. Sorry, go on.
No, I related to that. I just was like, I wrote, or I made a TikTok yesterday. And this is like what I'm very proud of myself for. Cause I was like, I was kind of like paralyzed, you know? I was like, I don't know if I want to make more. Cause they're just going to like,
the terrorists will win. If you do that.
I know. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. And then I just kept having fun, and I'm just ignoring them. It's like no big deal. But I have been taking little digs. Like I said something about ancient Egyptian women, and I was like, this is not to shame them. And I was like, also, I think they're all dead, but like, please confirm in the comments or something like that. Like these people are dead, and they just are on their high horse about their very, very tiny, narrow, specific lane of traffic. And they're feeling threatened because I'm making like some of the things they talk about funny. And they don't.
You're not allowed to be funny about history or about people that have been dead for hundreds of years. Okay.
Oh my God.
Because it's disrespectful to history.
It's so. Could you imagine? That's why we talk about a lot of the stuff we talk about, because we can be as like vulgar and rude and shamey as we want, because you got to get those feelings out somewhere, and it can't be in current people and current times, because that everybody's life is too hard. We're not going to do that, you know?
No, exactly.
We're not going to, but you got to get those feelings out. So where do you go? History. And you shame the shit out of them for being dodo heads.
Yeah. And that's okay, because as
they didn't know,
as humans evolve, they didn't know. Ignorance, you know, as humans evolve and as progress is made, we have to we are talking about buttholes for our ancestors who were oppressed and weren't able to, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you think women could just talk about buttholes? No, they couldn't even talk.
Yeah.
They're like, no,
You've
sorry,
seen that movie,
we don't
Women Talking? Revolutionary.
Good movie.
I need to see it still.
It's really
I really
good.
want to see it. Yeah.
Oh
anyway,
my God. It's so funny. It's truly so funny. Yeah. They've been, it's fun, and I'm excited, and, it's fun.
Nicole's famous now. She might not have time for this podcast anymore. Stay tuned.
No, I need this podcast still because it helps me mine for content for TikTok.
That's right.
Honestly, like
I was like, bitch, you better be cross promoting now that you're like a big TikTok star.
Oh, I know. I haven't done like very like specific cross promoting. I've like mentioned an episode in the notes, and also I use our hashtag every time, so we have millions and millions of hashtag views at this point.
Yes,
which is good. But yeah, I need to do a better job. I'm working up to it, you know. I gotta I don't want to I don't want to like be too off-putting. And also people, like hundreds of people have found us just from some of those videos, and we have like a bunch of new followers.
Baby, you gotta strike while the iron is hot. You don't know how long you're gonna ride this streak. Okay.
I know. I think it's already ending, which is stressful. It's hard.
Well, speaking of women just like needing to vent and scream about their pussies, God. I don't know. Well, oh boy, have we got a real
oh my God. Scream about your pussy. You don't have to. Anybody can.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, this episode today is just
pussy forward.
It is, I mean, a
pussy
mystery
positive.
Kind of. I think
a pussy mystery.
Yeah, a pussy mystery.
Yeah,
I love it so
much.
Mr.
Pussy.
A pussy puzzle.
It's a pussy caper. Wait, it's a pussy gaper.
A coochie question.
It is. It's a
muff mystery. I don't know.
Oh a muff mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
This topic is just so great. I found it. I stumbled upon this topic when it was St. Patrick's Day a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, "Fuck St. Patrick's Day. Let's talk about Sheela Na Gig, which is a figurine of sorts. It's a quasi-erotic stone carving, and there's many of them of a female figure, like ancient. This is ancient we're talking here. Carving found usually on Norman or, more to be more precise, Romanesque churches. It's absolutely punk as fuck that these are on churches, first of all. And
I mean, it's quasi-erotic, not Quasimodo.
No, not Quasimodo, quasi-erotic. It can,
and this shit's on a bell tower, okay? Just like Quasimodo.
Right on the wall, right by the door sometimes. So what the carvings are is usually of a woman squatting and pulling apart her vulva. A full pussy gaper right in your face as you're walking into church. Okay? Like, air those flaps out. Yes.
Yeah, the great pussy gaper. I love it. It's so... Also, like, what a way to announce your own arrival at church or whatever. It's like, what a welcome. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it so much.
It's the it's the visual of like horns being blown, like a
I don't know. Truly incredible.
Oh my God. It's like, so good.
This is like, to me, it's almost like, I don't know what we'll get to, like what the whole purpose of these were when they were carved, but like I feel like, instead of a gargoyle, sometimes this is like people are making these little like pussy stones all over the place.
Yeah, there's so much well, with sculpture and like architecture and stuff, there is lots of like carvings and stuff. I forget what they're like, not frescoes, but there's lots of reliefs, or whatever, and they serve a purpose, so we'll talk later about what scholars think that purpose is. Obviously they don't actually know because everybody's dead, and they didn't say why they had them, they just had them. So
yeah, the mere like visual of them is like, so obviously this is a woman pulling open her vagina, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or pulling open her vulva. So it's like they exist, and it's like, how, like, holy fucking shit, this is so in your face. And it was probably so scandalous that these existed then, as it is now. So it was like taboo, maybe even to like try to write down what the purpose of them was. So there's a lot of, we'll get to that later. But anyway, it's just also, what if we'll talk about that later. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I got so many thoughts and feelings on it.
I know. Okay, well, right off the bat, like one of the first like lines on the Wikipedia page about this is it describes these as having an exaggerated quote unquote vulva, but also I'm kind of like, says who's to say that you don't know that was that woman's vulva? Like vulvas are like fingerprints as far as I'm concerned. Like everybody's is different, everybody's is unique. Exaggerated what? Some people have like a little one, you know, some people have little flaps, some people have larger flaps, and every flap is beautiful, you know what I mean?
We don't stand for any kind of vulva shaming here, okay?
No.
And so, I mean, it is, the way these are depicted is like very cartoonish though, you know? So it's like
it's like half the size of their body.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
like,
just want to cover our bases in case anyone's is like, they feel their own is exaggerated or whatever. It's like, no, you're normal.
There's no normal when it comes to this. You can have... You don't even want to know what's happening with my vulva after having 2 children, okay? So don't worry about it.
I think aging too, like mine's changing.
It's just like getting puffier and flappier and
yeah, mine has like I don't want to say a rift, a canyon or something. I don't know what's going on, but I go to the doctor and stuff. Nothing's wrong with it, but it's just like gravity is changing her. You know what I mean? Like she's changing all of me.
It's like a little our wilting flowers.
It's wilting, yeah. Like it's not gonna stay fresh, and it's not gonna stay fresh cut forever. At some point, it's gonna be, it's gonna get a little long in the tooth.
Bitch. How dare you associate teeth and vulvas?
I do it every chance I get. The men hate it.
They hate it. Oh, talk about a man repeller. These carvings are something else. So the name itself, Sheela Na Gig.
Okay, I thought it was a hard G. I thought it was Sheela Na Gigs.
Sheela Na Gigs.
Oh, okay.
The name comes from, it was first published in the Proceedings of the Royal Irish Academy from 1840 to 1844 as a kind of like colloquial name for a carving that was present on a church gable wall in Rochestown, County, Tipperary, England, or Ireland. Sorry, not England. And so scholars disagree even about the origin and the meaning of the name in Ireland, as it's not directly translatable into Irish. So it's like so colloquial. It's so it's such like a slang word basically of that time that it doesn't even have like a actual translation in Irish.
Also, like, there's so many lost dialects in a lot of the, like, especially Irish and stuff, and languages that haven't really survived.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead languages. There's a lot of like, offshoot kind of dialects from Gaelic and Irish and all that. So, but according to the Oxford English Dictionary, it is derived from Irish. Sheela Na Gig, Gucci. That's what I choose to.
Sheela Na Gucci.
Sheela Na Gucci. Like, truly. Like,
that's Italian.
Yeah. Sheela Na Gucci.
She's a liar.
She's a liar.
I'm a mime.
I'm a mime. But that translates into Julia of the breasts.
Oh,
Julia? Who's Julia? Julia Gulia?
Oh my god!
I don't know who Julia is, but
wait,
yes.
So Sheila is Julia in Irish?
I think
so.
Okay,
this is reminding me. Okay, she was Scottish, but when I was in Scotland in 2016, we met a woman named Sheila on the best night of my life, and it was. Sheila, and every year my friend Lou, who was with us and also met Sheila, she posts like Happy Sheila Day on my Facebook. It's so funny.
Girl, you should try to find Sheila.
I know. She was great. She was dating someone in the band, the bluegrass band that we listened to all night. And it was so fun. But fucking Sheila's rock. Sheela E?
I have not met. Oh my God, I have not met a Sheela I have not liked. Like,
why aren't there more Sheilas too? Like it's a very like 80s name, I think. Or like it was adults of the 80s had the name Sheela.
We had a grandma Sheela who lived across the street from us in DC. She was like the mother of the street. She'd lived there all her
Grandma
life.
Sheela.
And I need to write her. I love her so much. I hope she's
Oh
doing
my
great.
gosh. Okay, well, please, if anyone's thinking of having a child, Sheela.
Sheela.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Sheela.
name.
It's just so musical and lovely.
I know. Bring it back.
Yeah. So of course. Oh, but also if it means Julia.
Yeah.
But I don't like that as much. I like Sheela better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's more unique.
Unique? Every time. Can't help it.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
So you know how it Sheela Na Gig translates to Julia of the breast. If people derived a figurine of you, what would it be? Like Erin of the blank.
Erin of the flaps? I don't know.
Erin of the flaps. I know. Erin. I'd be like Nicole of the hole. But it's butthole, or it could be the vulva vagina combo. Like we don't know because the historical texts have been lost over time. Yeah. But I'm guessing, yeah, Nicole the hole, Nicole of the hole.
Of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Robin of the Hood.
I haven't seen that.
What?
I know. Isn't it like your favorite movie or something?
It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It has Alan fucking Rickman in it, okay?
Oh.
And Christian Slater.
Is it Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner, he's great in it. He's fine.
Okay. I think I've seen parts of it like when I was young, but it was like boring to me and I wasn't interested. I was a Robin Hood Men in Tights girl.
Of course, everybody is, yeah.
But I just watched that over and over.
No, they make
It's making fun of that movie.
Yeah. But, and Morgan Freeman is in it, so.
Oh. Okay.
It's great. It's great. It's good.
I need to watch it.
Just watch it. It's a good rainy day movie.
You know why I ultimately never watched it? The Bryan Adams soundtrack.
Everything I
No.
Oh, and then Sean Connery makes a sweet cameo in the end. So.
Oh.
Yeah,
is he the king?
Richard. He's King Richard. Yeah.
I mean, I know the story, you know.
So good.
Okay, there's also documentation that this phrase Sheela Na Gig translates to old hag of the breast, which rude. Are they calling Julia an old hag, or is this like unrelated? You know what I mean? It's a fucking hateful.
This is like how I know that people have always hated women. Okay.
Yeah. Hag.
They like there is no in between. It's either you're a child, a maiden, or a fucking hag, or a mother, and then a hag. There's the stages.
Well, I'm a hag because I'm not a mother.
Yeah.
So I just went from maiden to hag.
Yeah.
But also I kind of want to reclaim it.
Oh no, we should. I'm like I'm in my mother phase, but I'm like also happy to be in my fucking hag phase. Like all day, every day. Evil hag.
God. Yeah, evil hag. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I need to reclaim it. Okay. Well, where are these in mostly in Ireland, right?
Yeah, so they're the greatest concentrations could be found in Ireland, Great Britain, France, and Spain. And sometimes these are seen together with like male figures, but we don't give a fuck about that.
I know, but it's like it's fucking.
It's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. Ireland though has the greatest number of surviving Sheela Na Gig carvings. So
okay.
There's like, I feel like that's why it has the name it does, and it's like more common there. So I feel like more people know about them in Ireland maybe than other places in the UK. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Or in France and Spain. Yeah. But they're out there, and I feel like people also might like see this and not really realize what it is, unless you look very closely and know what you're looking at, you know.
Yeah, like from far away, it just looks like a
gargoyle or like a mouth or something, like
the mouth of a gargoyle.
Yeah, like seriously, some of these carvings are like wild and like overly cartoonish. So it's hard to know what you're looking at. But
oh my God,
it's definitely a woman.
Yeah,
because a lot of them have titties, and it's definitely gapering. It's vulva. So
yeah.
We love it.
Flaps. It's flapping in the wind. It's
flaps. Flaps are agape.
Yeah, it's flaps are agape for sure.
It's like a windsock, but I don't know.
But going the up. Oh yeah. Oh, but the flaps are blowing out.
Yeah.
Right? It's like an inverted windsock.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
It's like there's a Beyonce fan coming from it or something, like just a goddess wind.
Yeah.
You know? It's a queef.
Yeah.
It's a queef blowing out the vulva.
Mm-hmm. Or it's like becoming a black hole and sucking everything into it is what I choose to believe.
Oh, yeah, that's more fun. And the flaps are out like claws or something, and then they'll bring it in and close up shop.
Yeah.
And all the men will be trapped in there.
Yeah, like a face hugger from Alien.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned earlier, like, we'll talk about the theories around this. This is what's wild, too. Like, no scholars, like, have agreed upon a theory. There's no agreed upon theory as to why these exist.
Because most of history has been done by
men.
White.
Yeah.
Cis men.
Yeah. They don't know.
Who cannot fathom why there would ever be a vulva anywhere near a church.
Also, if you like disregard women or anything to do with women, why are you going to write about it or spend time looking into it? You're not. So things just get erased through time. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like the explanation for this is mostly lost to time because, and there's so many differing theories about it because the explanation for it was probably swept under the rug long ago. Yeah. There probably was a very like well-known reason for it, but the church or whoever, men, decided to erase.
Which is the church.
Erase any history or knowledge of it.
Okay, that's a very good point. And this first theory we're going to talk about, that could definitely be what happened. Like, this could be the reason, or like one of the reasons these existed. And then the church, as it evolved and kind of focused in on what it allowed as like, you know, idols or like visuals for the church, like they just got rid of it. So the first theory is that it is like the survival of a pagan goddess. Like it's the survival of, or like a holdover of a pagan goddess that was worshipped in some way or another. So archaeologists Margaret Murray and Ann Ross have proposed that these statues portray a specific Celtic territorial or war goddess. Then they throw in her hag-like aspect, which none of them looked haggard to me.
They look scary. They look like you know how in like Native American cultures like you know, up in like the Washington area, make like totem poles, and they have these like exaggerated facial expressions and stuff.
Or like kabuki.
It's like a warrior face. Right, to me, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Where it's
also,
like,
shit was hard then too. So like maybe people weren't like super jovial. You know what I mean?
Also that.
I don't know.
Also that.
Yeah, you're right. It does. It's very like warrior. Well, and it's, you know, suppose that this was like a war goddess. So that makes sense. The Encyclopedia of Religion, which was published in 1993, draws parallels between the Sheela Na Gig and the ancient Irish myth of the goddess who granted kingship. So they're like, oh yeah, this could be true, but this could also be true. And it's more specific to an Irish myth. And both of these interpretations suggest that it's like a Princess and the Frog, but really it's like a Prince and the Hag situation that they're portraying, where like, oh, it's this myth and men would always refuse her because she's hideous. But then she wins them over with her charming personality, and the man that's able to fall in love with her and give her the D gets to be king, or gets to be royalty or have riches or whatever. And we hate it. Don't love that narrative, but also this made me feel like we need the opposite of this to entrap incels. Like, that's the modern day fairy tale I want to hear. Is like, take the hot women, you know, who are the most appealing to men through their own male gaze, and then entrap the incels, and then put them all on Garbage Island.
Yeah, Trash Island, out in the middle of the ocean. Yeah. Great.
That's a book I want to read. Honestly, I think it would be a great bedtime story for children.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like a warning too, you know?
It's a warning. Yeah. It's a fable.
Yeah. It's like, children, gather around for the tale of Andrew Tate in the Garbage Island. See if you're an incel piece of shit, you get catapulted into the middle of the ocean where you're only allowed to dwell on Trash Island.
Yes.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
And where you'll have no respite from the sun, and your skin will be so fucking sunburned, and every time you want to jerk off, it'll peel a layer of skin away from your wiener. We can only dream.
It's like a siren, you know?
Yeah.
Lures them to Trash Island.
I love it. We just wrote it. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Also, we should say that while there's no like fully agreed upon, like, yes, this is the theory that everybody agrees on. This is the most popularly held theory, despite evidence from some scholars that reject this, I suppose.
Yeah. And like I said, the people who are out there giving the most opinions on this theory are white male scholars. Which is why it's the most quote unquote popular held theory. So,
because they all have this theory.
Yeah. The popularity only relies on how many scholars say that it's the right one. And usually it's, you know, if you just look at the sheer numbers of people who are in academia, that's what it is. So,
it's,
but I don't know. Who's to say? We don't know.
I guess. So the next one is fertility. The next theory is that it all kind of circles around fertility. And this theory is generally brought up in tandem with the pagan goddess theory. So this is like theorizing what the use was for these things. And it infers that these figures were loaned out as quote unquote birthing stones to pregnant women. I'm assuming for good luck. I don't know what I tried to figure out what a birthing stone was, but I couldn't figure it out. So, but I'm assuming it's like here's a talisman while you're giving birth, and to bring you, health and your child health and all that shit.
Women literally needed everything they could get.
To not
help
die.
them through it, to not die, to exactly.
So, but this didn't apply to all the Sheela figurines, as some were like less full or quote unquote fertile looking. Like some of them were skinny and like their ribs were kind of showing and their titties were longer and floppy. And like fertility is generally depicted as being very round and full and like quote unquote chubby or fat. It's like voluptuous.
Like the Venus figurines that are found all
pillowy.
Over. Yeah, pillowy. They're very curvaceous, like to a point where it's like exaggerated in much of the same way that this is. Yeah. But this is kind of in, like you're saying, the hag vibe of having like the showing ribs and the saggy titties.
Some are like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some are like that. Some aren't. But
which scholars use to disprove the theory that that's what these all like, that their sole purpose was fertility, because they're like, well, these aren't like these ones don't follow
these are
the
obviously
rules.
the hag ones, like.
Okay, but what about the hag ones? Okay, I think you're wrong, because these ones are unappealing and unattractive. So
Like nobody
these are the
would
garbage
fuck
ones,
this
right?
one. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Oh my god, these are like the hardworking hag ones, like that you know, these are like the women of the town that no one wanted to talk to and everyone was scared of, right?
This shit, like, it infuriates me to no end that, like, the only thing that could ever be associated with this is either being a hag or childbirth.
Yeah, I know.
Or anything sexual, which is the next theory. But, like,
yeah.
like women
And kind
can't
of
just,
the first theory.
and women can't just, like, fucking exist. Like, this is why I'm like, it's the warrior, okay? Like, it's an exaggerated, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. And, you know, even the first part, like even the warrior one, it was still kind of like she was a warrior, but also her like purpose was to trick dudes into
says fucking who.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Like, dude, it's
know.
like, I feel like that shit's just tacked on there just to like make dudes feel better about themselves somehow.
They're like, here's my theory, but we haven't figured out the part where like a dude would fuck it. So like, how do we
how do we make this like have anything to do with like,
she's a fake hag. She's just trying to get dudes to fuck her.
Well, she's showing her pussy, so come on. Hello. Yeah. Like that's literally what all the theories are saying. So
it's so wild. Okay. But also there are the fertility kind of theory is supported in other cultures and religions, because we've all seen, you know, figures like this in other cultures where it's like a full woman figure that represents fertility. And there's even ones in like there's the yoni in Hinduism, and that is a sign of health and wellness and something that wards against evil, that you place similarly like in a doorway or over a threshold or whatever, near you know, an entrance to a building like a church or something. So it makes sense.
So you're saying that, okay,
that women are revered.
This is like a mezuzah for your door, like a pussy mezuzah, like.
I guess, yeah.
Because that's what I have on all my doors.
Yeah. You don't. Well, do you finger it when you walk in?
No.
Oh,
I don't think you should do that with anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
But there, it is like a, you know, there's like a prayer inside of each mezuzah to say, like, you know,
it's like
bless this house.
Yeah, like it's like a threshold, omen, like good omen to have it. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what people think it was purposefully put in these areas for, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Which kind of goes into the next theory. So it's less of like a blessing to you upon entrance, but more of a warning to you upon entrance. So
don't do any fuck shit in this house.
Exactly. There is a theory that it's warning people. Again, it doesn't apply to all the figures, so I'm not sure how, you know, it's not like an accepted theory. But it does make sense on some of the church Sheelas, because scholars say that these ones, are like on churches are a warning against getting lusty. They're a warning against sexing and a fucking and a vulva play. Okay. They're like warnings to the, at what was at the time, mostly illiterate population to not be naked.
We'll show you a whole vulva right here, but don't bring it in here. Don't show it in here. There's no hose in this house. There's no hose in this house. I don't know. That's so confusing. Okay. Like,
it makes me
leave it outside.
You know the voice, like when you're at the haunted mansion that you sometimes hear, like if it stops running, it's like, please be warned.
Yeah.
This naked vulva is telling you do not bring your naked vulva through these doors.
Leave the vulvas outside. If you must show your vulva, do it outdoors. Like, what? I feel like that is confusing. If people are illiterate and they like see a vulva on the church, they're like, this is a whorehouse, right?
Right?
That's what I'm like.
Or it's like, am I not welcome here? Which they weren't, because women weren't really welcome anywhere. But it's like, am I welcome here? Because I have those parts, and it's kind of scary. It's like she's warning me to not fuck around here.
There's bad people in here. Like, what is this saying?
What is it? I know. It's so
just
confusing.
Like, it's like the episode we did on radioactive material and how it doesn't like break down, and like how a symbol over time like loses meaning.
Yes. That's why we don't know what this is.
That's why we don't know what this is, because
okay. Yeah. Although some were clearer, because it would show the Sheena and then
Sheela.
Sheela. Oh my God. Okay.
The sheeness.
The sheeness. If she would show her sheeness, that's her vulva. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Some of these though were like, it was a little more clear maybe, because there were like ghoulish figures, like demons and stuff, eating the Sheela.
Oh.
So that was more of a warning, but that's still like, don't exist here. You know, it's still saying that to me, not put your vulva away, but also like, is this based on
women?
Okay. Yeah. This had to have been based on a woman that just like had her vulva out, who was like running around town being like, oh, can I come to church?
But also it's like so exaggerated. It's like, sir, have you actually ever seen a vulva? They cannot do that. They can't do that. Unless somebody's giving birth, it just doesn't just do that, okay?
No. It looks like you're peeling back an artichoke, some of them. It's like there's so many layers. It's like, is she holding a head of romaine lettuce that like is being peeled out? There's literally, it's not just giving labia majora and labia minora. It's like everyone in between. It's like
giving labia onion. Oh, yeah. Like,
it's giving
so many
labia
layers.
Onion. Oh my God.
I mean, so it's it's either, I don't know what your theory is on what it is, but like it could, for me, it's either a woman was trolling everybody and made these.
Oh,
like a you know,
like this is her art. She's all cool. Look what I made.
Like I feel like it's like maybe like a, you know, a 5th century Banksy or something.
Yeah.
Or it's so prolific that it's everywhere. So it's like, you know, it's all over all these different countries, and those are just the surviving ones. And I mean, these are ancient carvings. So it's like, it meant something pretty profound that it was so widespread.
Yeah.
But it, like I said, like I had mentioned, the radioactive symbol, it has lost its meaning over time. And whether that's due to, you know, I could guarantee that it's the church that has like.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's why.
Made the meaning so opaque that we now don't have any kind of I mean, we have some context for it. That's why there's like several theories, but.
Yeah. And a lot of these theories, so like the warning against lust or whatever, like that's the theory they have for the ones that are on churches. But then it's like, okay, but what about the ones that aren't on churches?
Yeah. What about the ones that are just like freestanding?
Free flowing. Yeah. Or the ones that got passed around as birthing stones or whatever. You know, it's like, what about those? So yeah, I don't know. The last theory is that they like are just to ward off evil. So
it could also, it could be a, I feel like the reason they're on church and maybe so widespread is I like to kind of, I tend to believe that it's more of this like, bridging of the gap between this pagan, religion to the modern, you know, people going to church.
Yeah.
And you know, it was like maybe like how we have these mega churches now, and they're like, here's like somebody playing a guitar, and it's like they're wearing like cool Adidas, and you know, they have like this cool haircut and wearing designer clothes, and it's like luring in people who maybe are part of like pagan religion, the old religions, into the church. And being like, see, we're cool, we're hip. Like all are welcome kind of thing.
Oh,
maybe.
I see. Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense. It's like
I don't know.
We kept this because we know you guys like it, but like just get in here and learn the new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. And honestly, like a good PR tactic to get people to like, you know, when they started phasing out paganism, I'm guessing like Catholicism was next. I don't know like what the next religion was, but some
depends on the country and the time period. But yeah, it's like
some form of Christianity. It's like, oh yeah, phasing out the paganism, but like we'll keep this thing because y'all think it's cute. Yeah. And you know, we'll be like, oh yeah, no, like we talk about this stuff here too. And then you get inside and it's like, give your life to Jesus or die, you know, and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, so in more recent like days or years, in a pop culture perspective, a lot of archaeologists and scholars and historians have looked at these and have just like taken it over and are now looking at these as a feminist representation. It's like they're taking back hag, you know, they're like, these are fucking cool, and they've adopted the image as an icon. And yeah, just like a feeling that it's empowering.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think they're now associated with like I said, it's like punk as fuck.
It is.
Of all.
Yeah.
And I like to view it as like this warrior thing of like being like, yeah, this is, I don't know, like here's the exaggerated, like scary kind of vibe that you're getting from it, and it's to like. Yeah. To be a woman is to be a warrior. Like if you're going through childbirth, you have to be fucking brave as fuck.
Yeah.
And hope and pray that you don't die. And
oh my God,
you're also bringing a new human into the world. So that shit's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a symbol for people to like, you know, bring prosperity to a new land. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Or like, maybe you're like sent forth to curse your enemies.
Yeah.
What better way to do it than to like gaper your vulva at them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I love it.
So
no, it's so punk rock. It's so kick ass. It's like, and like we should adopt, you know, stuff like this or whatever if we want to, you know, but stuff like this is cool, and it is a symbol of women and their power, and that they, you know, it is. We've been saying how like women were so looked at as one-dimensional probably during this time period, and like so many time periods, honestly, and still. I'm rewatching Seinfeld, and it's kind of hard to watch like Elaine. Like, I don't know. It's just like not a fully realized. It's still a female character from a man's perspective. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. Anyway. Yeah. Like it's cool that there still was some kind of representation for women, and like it should be lauded and celebrated, and it's cool that it's becoming this like punk rock symbol. Literally a punk rock symbol. Because okay, so I was like looking this stuff up, and the I was like looking at Wikipedia, and then I'm like, okay, I'll like go Google this phrase Sheela Na Gig, and I'll see like what else I could find. And the first thing that came up was something about English musician PJ Harvey, who in 1992 wrote and released a song by the name of Sheela Na Gig for her album Dry, and it fucking slaps.
Oh, it is such a fucking good song.
It's an anthem.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you know it's like powerful for so many women. And that we should adopt it as a feminist like
If you haven't heard this song, stop right now. Stop whatever you're doing. Go listen to PJ Harvey.
Yeah.
Sheela Na Gig. It is a dope ass song. So
it's so good. Okay, and this was a throwback, obviously, because it's a 1992 song, and I never got into like that type of music, like grungy or punk or whatever, like alternative rock. But also 1992, we were young. Like, we're not going to be listening to this. But it's a throwback because of the blog Delisted, which Erin and I were obsessed with for a really long time, and they've written about PJ Harvey, and I just like never cared to look at who that was. And but also Jay Harvey was a contributor, so I don't know if they were just like very big PJ Harvey stans, but they should be because she's very cool. And we talked about the song being an anthem and stuff. It's about loving the skin you're in and celebrating like every inch of the female figure despite the male gaze's rejection. So it's like fucking feminist as shit. It's alternative. It's the vibe. Also, she's a sculptor.
Yeah. PJ Harvey.
Yeah. And so it makes total sense that like she would find inspiration in these sculptures. And, you know, she's from England. In these sculptures that like are, you know, the embodiment of the female figure in like a powerful warrior pose.
Yeah. In a very like intense, scary, like wild way. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. No, PJ Harvey rules. I listened to Sheela Na Gig, her song, as I was like doing notes. It was like, it was great. It was a great
This whole album's good. Dry.
Yeah.
The whole album. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So highly recommend that if you want to get the feeling of a Sheela Na Gig.
Get the whole fucking
the whole vibe
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to see one in real life. I want to have
one.
Like, you know how people have gargoyles just randomly in their yard? I'm going to get a Sheela Na Gig for my yard. Fuck
dude, you should. I bet people make them on Etsy that are like really cool and modern, you know? Like
I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, you should.
After this. Oh
my God. I want to look it up too.
Oh, love it.
Well, they're very fun and cool.
Yeah, and if you didn't know what it is, now you do, kind of, sort of. We don't really know still what it is, but we choose to believe that it's cool. Yeah. And maybe
well, we don't know why it is, but we know what it is.
Yeah, we don't know why it is, but we know what exactly. Have you seen one IRL? Let us know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, maybe people like, because, you know, you could buy like a little figurine for your desk or whatever. Maybe people have one as a sign of whatever, like, you know, what have you heard that it means?
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want, I feel
like. Yeah. And people might have different cultural ideas of what it means too, you know?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I like the idea of it as like a evil eye, like, you know, to ward off evil.
Yeah, I like that too. Like,
or
she's screaming.
Or a mezuzah for my door.
Yeah.
For my house. Instead of like garden gnomes, I'm getting a garden vulva.
A garden Sheila.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just, what if you find creatures living in there?
Good for them. It's a whole ecosystem.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she has her own biome.
Yeah. Just creating and sustaining life.
Yeah. Of course she is. Because she does it all.
Yeah. She scares people away. She wards off evil.
Here's my theory. Why couldn't the Sheela Na Gig have been all those things?
You know what? She is, because women.
She is.
Because
multifaceted.
Mostly multifaceted.
Yeah.
And we always have been, always will be.
Yeah. I love that. Ooh, I love that. It's all the theories. That's the calls coming from inside the house. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is almost to the point, but it's just going over their heads. We've solved it.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to put but at the same time, it's like, she doesn't need to hold all that.
Yeah.
You know? We don't need to put all that on her. But
oh my God. Oh, Sheila. I just wanted to get that in there.
Okay. We love it. Oh my God. All right. Well, that's all I got about this.
All right, same.
Follow us on social media. It's at DTFU podcast everywhere. Follow Nicole on TikTok. She's like a fucking like big star now. So
Oh
she's
my God. I'm
full
not.
TikToker.
No.
Well, at least, you know.
So stressful. Yeah.
Make sure
it's
that
fun.
people don't bully her. My God.
They will. It's fine. It's not my business. I'm not taking it personally. It says so much more about them than it does about me. Have I ever left a nasty ass comment like that on anyone's shit? Never.
Absolutely not.
I
don't have
would
time.
Never. I don't have time, and I would never. Even if
How
I
do you
had
have
the
that
time.
much? How do you have that much fucking emotion, time, energy?
No, it's just it's
when you're great, people hate.
Listen,
And you know, it takes just as much effort to hate somebody as it does to love somebody. So honestly, that is some stan behavior if I've ever seen it. Okay.
Someone's obsessed with me.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
I wanna know. Not my business.
It's
not my
their
business.
trip. It's their trip.
Stay in my lane.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, yeah, follow Nicole at Nicole Mackie on TikTok.
Nicole.Mackie, yeah.
Sorry, Nicole.Mackie.
I know. You know what? I had Nicole Mackie originally, and then I deleted it because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing on TikTok? Like, I'm a grown woman. And then, like, a month later, I'm like, I guess I should get a TikTok back.
I'm back, baby.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, man. Well, that's our girl out there. Protect her at all costs.
Yeah, making butthole jokes.
It's funny.
Spreading lies.
Spreading our vulvas. Oh my God. Well. Oh well. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, we got this.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. And stay excellent to yourselves
and each other.
Bye-bye.
Bye.